You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. Normally I just do one podcast today, but tonight I had to come on because I'm so pissed off of what I've heard and listened to and watched today on the Kavanaugh fiasco. And it's a fiasco because Senator Feinstein decided to play really dirty politics and bring this accusation from this person in California. An accusation that happened 35 years ago. And now they're demanding that an FBI investigation should be done on the accusations and on the Kavanaugh. Really, the investigation should be done by the FBI on Ford out of California, who is the accuser. That's where the investigation should go if the FBI is going to look at it at all. But they're not going to look at something that happened 35 years ago in high school. If the Democrats are asking for that, and if the legal team of this lady's asking for that, they're absolute idiots because the FBI will not do that. And they should not do that. The other issue that really pissed me off is that Hawaii Senator Hirono, who is a Democrat, told men, hey, men, sit down and shut up. White men should sit down and shut up about this lady, about this Kavanaugh hearing. This is where it's come to now, where the Democrats can bring out an accusation and immediately you are guilty. So is that going to be the norm even in our jobs at work? That one person can bring out an accusation and get you fired? Men are now the evils, the evil devils out there? And all women should be believed? Enough of this nonsense. It's really stupid. And then Senator Feinstein comes out with a statement this afternoon. Well, a lot of it doesn't seem true. She can't say that it's truthful about what Ford is saying. So now Ford doesn't want to come to the Senate hearing until the FBI does an investigation, which is never going to happen. Listen, Americans, we have had it. I am so sick and tired of the games that the Democrats are playing, that it is full of corruption, full of lies, full of devilish play, and full of manipulation. It started on day one of the hearings, and now it's come to this, where we're working on an accusation and a person is guilty. Not innocent until proven guilty, but guilty immediately because of an accusation. Do you know what this does to the Me Too movement? It makes people think, wow, this is a dangerous situation. Because now any woman can say or accuse, and men are supposed to shut up and sit down. We're not supposed to fight back. This is a ridiculous situation and a very dangerous situation that the Democrats have created within us, the Americans, the voter, the taxpayer. It has truly shown that perhaps our legal system is not working because we are now guilty immediately. One accusation, one investigation, and we are guilty immediately. There is no longer fairness in the Senate. There's no longer fairness in the Congress. There's no longer fairness in the courts. We are guilty. You and I were guilty of everything that the government says about us. Guilty about everything that the senator says about us. Guilty about anybody who accuses us. We are guilty. That is not how America was designed. We are innocent until proven guilty. The Democrats have gotten it all wrong, and they've turned it around. They have taken our Constitution and they have turned it around, and now everybody is guilty without a fair hearing. Without proof, you're guilty. Americans, if we don't wake up and if we don't start doing something right now to stop the Democrats and stop them from doing this stupidity and this attack on Americans, we are no longer going to have an America. This is how socialism works. There's no fairness in socialism. None whatsoever. Look at Venezuela. Everybody is guilty. They're put in jail before anything can even be done, before any hearing, before they even can go before a court. They are guilty. They're not innocent. They're guilty. I've had it. I have truly had it. I had to come on. What time is it now at night? It's about 9 p.m. at night. I was just so frustrated. The more and more I read, the more and more I study, the more I hear from politicians, and the more I hear from this Hawaii senator and this California senator, the madder I become. And so should you. The other issue is that if the Republicans on this committee, on this judicial committee, do not get some balls and fight back, then we are really in trouble. Can you imagine? I feel so sorry for Kavanaugh. I feel so sorry for his wife and for his daughters who have to go through this. The Democrats don't care because they play dirty politics. But the rest of us, Americans, we're sitting back here with soft hearts because we see a family in turmoil. From an accusation, and the accuser cannot remember the night or what happened or anything, but yes, she can accuse somebody, and he's guilty. I feel sorry for those two daughters of his. You know, kids are mean. When they go to school, kids become really mean. And things just blurt out of kids' mouths, and it hurts the other child. I'm hoping that they're holding their children back from going to school so they are not hit with a barrage of meanness that happens in schools, or bulliness that happens in school. But what we have seen is bulliness. We have seen political bigots in the Democratic Party who now have decided that I am guilty for being a man. You are guilty for being a man. Anything can be said about me, and I'm immediately guilty. We used to have a really, really good government. We used to have Democrats and Republicans that used to pop across aisles and work together on various issues. We used to have leaders of parties meeting with the president. We didn't have hate. We had dislike. And it was said. The dislike was said very nicely. But now we have a situation where our government has become angry because they have found the president that is trying to clean up Washington, D.C. and all of the political hatred within all of the departments. They don't want change. They want it the old way where they had control. They don't want a president who's going to do what he says he's going to do. And they certainly don't want a judge that says what he is going to do of interpreting the Constitution. They don't want that. That scares them. To have a judge who actually knows the Constitution and who will interpret the Constitution and interpret the laws based upon the Constitution. It scares them to death. So we have weak senators of Feinstein. In fact, by the way, Feinstein should resign. This Hawaii senator should resign for what they have said and what they have done and the damage that they have caused to the judicial system of the United States and the judicial process of choosing judges to serve on the United States Supreme Court. I tell you, the more and more I think of this, the madder I get. And I think all Americans know what is going on. As we watch the TVs and as we listen, as we listen to the news, as we read, as we follow the politicians on the statements that they are putting out, and on the various statements that's coming out of various committees, we know what's going on. We're not stupid. And we're watching what the Democrats are doing, and we have our mouths, our jaws are dropping to the floor because of the stupidity, the corruptness of what we're seeing coming out of the Democrats. We have a house divided. We have a country divided because of corruption within the parties themselves. And the Democrats have proven this for over several months now. Ever since the president has been elected, we have seen nothing but hate and corruptness coming from the Democratic Party. Not one time have they sat across from the president and say, let's do something that's good for America. Instead, they spout hate every single day. We have Maxine Waters out there saying, attack, attack, attack. We have Elizabeth Warren out there making these stupid remarks about Kavanaugh. It's become dirty, it's become elitist, and it's become not acceptable by me. And I think it's become unacceptable by the majority of Americans out there. I want you to rise up today. I want you to take the challenge. I'm going to give you a challenge. You tell your senator to either do their job for America or sit down and shut up. Either they cooperate with the constitutional procedure of choosing a judge or they sit down and shut up. It's time that we tell these senators, especially this Hawaii senator, sit down and shut up because now you have offended America. Within our hearts as Americans, we know the difference between right and wrong. We know the difference between acting civilly and acting evil. We know the difference between senators who want to do something for this country and those that do not. Those that choose a political agenda to destroy this nation is not acceptable to Americans. So I challenge you, speak out. Rise up. Tell your senators to act like senators and not like criminals. Honestly, what I see right now is a mafioso Democratic Party. They're mobsters. They're acting like mobsters. Senator Feinstein should resign for what she did. Especially for what she did to a man, his wife, and his children. And to be told to sit down and shut up, all men in the United States. We were told today by that Hawaii Senator Hirono, sit down and shut up. That is their political agenda, to stop free speech, to stop men and women from being able to stand up and say what they feel. Well, I'm telling that senator, you shut down, you sit down, and you shut up, because you no longer have the right to offend Americans. And to the Republicans in the Judicial Committee, get some balls and shut this system down. Take a vote this Thursday and put the man in office. Put his judge's robe and let him begin to judge. Forget about any more hearings, because we're tired of it. Americans are tired. We want a vote this Thursday. Sit down, shut up, and do a vote. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. I will talk with you very soon. Bye-bye.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.